do you want?
Tacos!
When do you need it?
Now!
1, 2, 3, go! Yes! Woo!
What's up, guys? Johnny Tacos here with Pickles, and we are excited about doing the Johnny Tacos Rock Talk, aren't you? As you can tell, she's very excited. But I just want to let you know, man, if you haven't yet, like and subscribe. Because we love talking to people, and we love people meeting the new people that we talk to, don't we, Pickles? We do, don't we? Yeah. So please, Pickles demands it. Like and subscribe. Please. What? You didn't like that?
There it is. What's up, guys? We're back, and we're here for the attack. We have Mike from Descent. What do you want to do today? I don't know. I thought that was really cool. Maybe I should, like, redo it. No. I had a friend that actually was teaching me how to get that guttural voice and without actually frying your throat too bad.
I have to do it inhale screaming. I can't do it outward.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I do it outward, I sound like a little pirate kid. I'm like, ah! If I do it inward, I'm like, I can get real demonic with it. But I can't do it like right in the morning because my throat has to be the right amount of wet. You know, the right amount of it's like taking two pieces of rubber and squeeze them together. If it's too dry, it's just like it just squeals.
So
That's
do
not
you
good.
do before we get to the show, but because I'm just curious, how do you wet your whistle? Do you have a couple of drinks to kind of do it, or is there something? Because I heard that you have to have some of that phlegm in there.
Yeah, well, yeah. I usually take like a shot or two of whiskey. I'll gargle a shot of whiskey or two, just to kind of get your throat alive, get it roughed up. But I usually, since I inhale scream, I don't get to warm up like normally, and I'm not really hitting notes, so there's no la 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 la. It's usually me going as much as I can, like trying to get it as rough and as raw on the inside so that it's like awake. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
If it's like if it's so I wouldn't say I wreck my voice, but I try to wreck my throat beforehand so that it's kind of warmed up. Otherwise, it's just like I'll have to go like a lot of times to get it to just not be airy. It sounds real airy, real like it's like a tunnel as opposed to being like a growl. So if I hack up, I'll smoke a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Fucking hack up a little bit and then just get it as rough as I can, almost to the verge of throwing up. And then I'm ready to rock. Then it's like nice and warmed up. It's not like it's not like I'm getting it loose, but I'm getting it like abrasive. I guess you could say.
Yeah, because you have to have some kind of elements in there to kind of give you that rattling.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be able to kind of do like this as opposed to just doing like this, If it does like this, it's not gonna do any good. But if it's kind of like it gives me that, that roundness to it, like if I do that a couple of times, you can feel it like warming up, like loosening up, and then it'll go from to real nice. But it takes about 5-10 minutes or so of me just like hacking up stuff and making the most guttural noises everybody's ever heard. Like, where are you okay? It's like, what are you doing? Oh, it's cool. I'm supposed to be doing this. I usually start that morning in the shower. That way, if I do accidentally throw up, I'm not wrecking anything.
You're like, hey, you got your gym time. This is my gym time.
Yeah, my gym time. Yeah. My roommate could be like, hey, I can tell you have a show tonight because I can hear you all morning. Like, yeah, getting ready. Because if I don't use it a lot until it's practice time or show time.
So with talking about practice time or show time. How long has Descent been a band?
Well, the original iteration was back in like 98.
Okay.
Till about 2002 or so. 2003, and then we all split up, kind of did our different things. I tried to keep the band going for a little while, and then it just kind of dissolved into me going on tour with other bands, working with other bands, stuff like that. And then about 2019, I started staying home a lot more and not going on tour, and decided to get it back going again. And we kind of got all back together and got it running from 2019 to where it is now. But even now, it's kind of back to just me. We did the first EP. Um, we had everybody but a bass player. So my roommate played bass on it, and then we found a bass player our first show. So we were a four piece after our first show, and then our drummer kind of informed us, "Hey, I'll be recording with you guys, but I'm not ready to go hang out in a bunch of bathrooms and live in a van again." He was kind of over it, so we're like, "Okay, all right, we'll figure that one out." So he dropped out. We got a new drummer. He lasted for a little while, and then he dropped out. And then our bass player decided that he financially couldn't do it at the moment, and he dropped out. And it was just me and the guitar player. And then he realized that he didn't really have time to practice, so he dropped out. I was like, well, I'm not starting over again. I'm not waiting another 20 years. I'm just gonna keep going with what I have. And I work at a venue downtown, downtown Dallas called Trees or whatever. So I see the artists that come in, I see what kind of bands come in, what kind of shows sell out, what kind of crowds people, draw, whatever. And it turns out nowadays people just don't care who's in the band or how many people are up there.
Yeah,
As long as
definitely,
they like what's
definitely.
happening, you can play to, I don't want to say it, play to tracks, I guess you could say, as long as it's killer. I try to make it as live as possible. So when I play to tracks, I just have the track where a guy was. So I have
Mhm.
drums on one track, I have bass on one track, and then I played like the second guitar all the way through, and then I play that through another guitar amp. So it's coming out live guitar amp, and then my guitar is coming out live guitar amp, and my vocals are coming out live. So if a guy wants to come on, like last show, my bass player's like, "Hey, I can make it." And I was like, "Cool, man." So I mute the bass track and have live bass, and the rest is just coming out through the PA or whatever. That way, the sound guy's not getting a stereo track that he has to fuck with. He can adjust all the levels of whatever he wants, like it's a real band. But it's just me for now, kind of where you know track where a guy is until I find the right guys. It's kind of that's my audition process. Is having shows, and when people are like, "Man, that's really cool. Well, where's your band?" I can go, "Oh, I don't have one. You play guitar? I don't have one. You play drums? You know?"
And it's really cool because we have that technology now that you can have one man bands. Because I've known many artists that did everything themselves. They play the music themselves. They sing. They do everything. It's all it's the technology we live in. Back
Well,
in the '90s and all that. We had a lot more in Deep Ellum, a lot more metal bands, and a lot more uh, clubs that would cater to that because it was really a big metal scene back then. It still is. You still can find some. Last time I went to Trees to see Cold when Alien Ant Farm and Cold was playing. What
yep.
earlier this year? Yeah,
Earlier this year, yep.
I was supposed to go see X Faces, but I didn't get a chance
That
to.
was a good show, the X Faces show.
Yeah, and I kicked myself in the butt because I wanted to go see them, but something comes up. Things always come up, especially when you hit our age. Everything.
Yeah, and they'll be back. They'll be back, or he'll be back with Killer's Confession or whatever. They play there all the time.
Yeah, and
But I
they're a
wouldn't
bunch of
say,
good dudes.
yeah, I wouldn't say it's a one man band because I only play my parts. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The rest are actually played by real guys. They're just not there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not me. I'm not Trent Reznor or anything. Where I'm sitting down and I'm playing all the parts and I'm having finding guys to play. I'm kind of working in reverse because I had a bunch of guys play it and now no one's playing it, so I got to play their tracks live. So it's only one man band live for now. It's not one man band on the record.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Everybody had their parts done and it's already been on wax, and then
Yeah, they just
it's
can't be
just
there
if
all the
they
time.
can't come in, okay, well we'll just hit unmute on
Exactly,
this one here. So
exactly.
yeah,
That
I
that that
understand.
that way we're
Yeah,
not stuck.
yeah,
Being our age, it's hard to get away and be as dedicated as you need to be. And it's like, I'm not, I'm not in the position to be waiting around any longer than I've already waited around. So it's like, all right, well, we're gonna push this forward as much as we can do and just see where it goes from there. It seems to be working out fine so far. Now I'm not the biggest fan of it because I stopped doing one man band rapping stuff because I wanted to be back in a metal band again, and it's just more fun jamming with people.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's not like my guys are doing somersaults behind me or nothing like that. It's so
Yeah.
they're still getting the fans are still getting the music as it were. There's just only one ugly guy to look at instead of four ugly guys to look at. But I try to spice it up. I try to take their attention off my face with like props and skull stuff and lights and
Yeah.
all the fun stuff. I don't just
Yeah.
get up there
You
and t-shirt and rock.
try to get that ambiance going that really takes
I mean,
the
that's our world right there. That's first start of the first song, the intro to the last note. That's the sense world, and we're trying to make sure that that's who's up there. As
yeah.
opposed to just walking onto a bunch of no name gear and a bunch of no name looking stuff. It's like when you see our designs or our props or our skull piles, it's like that's the sense about to come up.
Yeah.
You start pulling the curtains off things. It's like, oh shit, there's that. Oh shit, there's that. I know who's next. I know who's next. Get that excitement going on. It's all about visuals and audio. That's what a show's for. Otherwise, we're just going to be listening to the record.
Yeah, because if you just have a couple of people just sitting there just jamming, you have to have something to appeal to the eyes as well. You
Yeah.
know, I love going to like an Alice Cooper concert, man. He puts on a great show. It's not just him playing music. You have so much to look at.
Right.
And Iron Maiden, I went to go see
It's a
Maiden a
show. It's a
couple years
world.
ago. So yeah. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. King Diamond really. When I was working for King Diamond, I really got the feel of man. You can do whatever you want up here.
yeah.
I mean, he sets up a whole mansion, two staircases and everything, and coffins and props. And I was like, oh, I mean, this is a show. This is worth seeing.
Yeah, because it brings it, it just brings that kind of makes your imagination run because it
Yeah,
kind of brings the music to life.
for
And
sure.
speaking of King Diamond, he has those albums where it tells a story. So it's just only necessary to have the props up there, the the mansion, the skulls, creepy stuff to really
Oh
freak
yeah,
you out because you go, all right, man, this band is going to be crazy.
yeah. Well, I mean, you can only do so much with just playing everyone's seen a guy with a guitar, but when we're wheeling out, coffins with dead babies in them and scary grandmas and stuff, people are like, what is happening up there? So that got my juices flowing. It's like it's a lot of production, doing all that stuff. You kind of got to have guys to do a play type theatrics, but I just try to keep it aesthetically something different than what was you just saw with the other bands.
Yeah.
All the
Keep,
other bands just get up there, they put their gear up there, then nothing changes, the lights don't change, the backdrop maybe changes, and then they jam out and they leave. When we get up there, it's a completely different ambiance, completely different scene, completely different look.
so do you think the whole genre is kind of like doling down, or do you think it's rising up? Uh,
What do you mean genre?
like the metal genre, the whole metal scene in Dallas. Do you
I think
think
it's stuck. I think the metal genre in Dallas is still stuck in the wannabe Pantera days. There's just too many hey bro bands, you know what I'm saying? With the cut off camo cargo shorts and the tank tops and the just the regurgitated riffs, or they're all trying to be. There's a lot of heavy bands in Dallas right now. There's a lot of heavy, heavy, heavy bands. Uh, I don't really see a lot of like stuff like we do, like groovecore kind of stuff, like Kill Switch Engage kind of stuff. Like it's either like 80s sounding, Pantera sounding, or they all got seven strings. You can't understand a word they're saying.
yeah,
But it's very clicked out, I guess you could say. Does that make sense? Like this band's fans go to this band's show because this band was there, not because they like everybody else on the bill. And it's hard breaking into that that niche. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say. All right, I know this band's not here, but come check out this other band without that band. You know, people kind of like want bands to be grouped together, and then they'll go to that group. Otherwise, if their band's not there, they don't want to go to any shows at all. You know.
Yeah.
Like I
And
like I play Haltom Theater a lot in Fort Worth, and I work at Trees, and I don't see hardly any of the people that I ever see at Haltom Theater all the time ever out at a metal show in Trees. You know, like they just don't come out to Dallas. They'll stay out there unless a Fort Worth band's playing in Dallas. You know, and
yeah.
then I'll see the Haltom Theater people. It's like, oh, a band that we play with the Haltom Theaters now playing in Dallas, so you guys will come to that, but you won't come to any other bands. You know, unless it's like your band kind of thing. It's just kind of weird. How I don't want to say lazy, but how just non-dedicated people have gotten to coming out and just having a good time, you know?
Yeah, because that's how you find new bands to jam to. That's how you get to know, kind of give you a more eclectic array, a
Yeah.
huge cast, just go out and jam out. I met a band called Tower High over
I
there,
love those guys. Those are my boys.
and
I
they
love them.
were,
Tower High is great.
yeah, awesome dudes, awesome dudes. I followed them for years. When I met them at, I'm trying to remember in Arlington off of Great Southwest, that little bar. I forgot what the bar was called,
Is it
but they
Rob's?
they would the rock star
Rob's or Heavy
Robs.
Metal Growl or Heavy Metal Hall of Fame?
Well, it's been named
Rob's
a
is like
whole
a pool
bunch.
hall.
Yeah, but they did it was named a bunch of different names. It was like on the corner of Division and Great Southwest. They had a whole bunch of different names during the years. You can tell when you get old when you forget the when you
Yeah.
start forgetting. But yeah, when they came up on the stage, man, their presence was awesome. And I went over there by just because I wanted to hang out at that bar. I wanted to, for my birthday, I wanted to hang out, and I turned to my right, and all these old look like old hillbillies coming up on
Yeah.
the stage, and then they were jamming, and I was like, wow, these guys are brilliant, man.
Yeah, they're
It's like
killer.
a sleeper cell, dude. Like they come up from you, and they're from Haltom City, aren't? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a good handful of bands that are I don't know how long they've been around, but I've been linking up with them more and more here. Like Hand Over Fist, they're pretty badass.
mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, there's just too many to name right now that I can think of off the like Never Cease is pretty badass. There's a lot of bands that play like one time and you never hear from them for months. It's like, what happened? And then you'll hear another band that plays every weekend. I'm like, how is that happening? Like, Down by Hate, they're cool guys. They're a pretty good band. They play almost every show known to man that comes up. uh Heavy Metal Hall of Fame, Reno's, Haltom Theater, Past the Ammunition. They've been playing all kinds of weekends. You got let's see, you got uh Dreadlands. Of course, then you got the standards like Kill House and Vane and the band's been around for a little while that are just now kind of getting some traction.
Yeah, and I've been meaning to get with Kill House because they're supposed to be coming on the show. I'm in some talks with them. I got Pound of Flesh. They're coming on the show.
Pound of Flesh is badass too. They're killing it. They're one of the newer heavy bands for sure.
Yeah, and they're actually coming to Waxahachie, where I'm based out of, at the was it the Draft House? It's a little beer house we have over here. Man, I am losing my mind, man. It's too early in the morning. Too early in the morning.
Hey, you
But
called
yeah,
it. You called it.
they're coming over here in Waxahachie like early next month. Probably around the first weekend of
Yep.
September. So if you come out there, I'll be out there. I'm hanging out with Zero and the rest of the guys. We're gonna jam out. It's a free event, so
Yeah, I have to see if I'm working or not. That's the thing about my job is I'm always at Trees working. So anytime there's a show there, there's usually shows everywhere else, and I'm stuck at whatever we got at the show. I'm usually doing some pop artist or some rap show or something like that. I don't know, some weird out of town show.
Yeah. So, um, you have a pretty full schedule, right? How do you make time to keep the band going, keep your band rolling?
I wouldn't say I have that full of schedule. We usually have a fuller schedule than normal than we do right now at Trees, but I mean, I do band 24/7. That's pretty much all I do. So if I'm not at work, I'm usually at home jamming or writing or doing videos or something for the band, you know. Right now I got my whole guest bedroom set up as a hell cave for a video we've been working on that's been like that for about, I don't know, a month and a half now. It's just my whole house is dedicated to the band. Like that's all I do. I kind of wake up and do band stuff, and then I go to work and do band stuff at work, and then I come home and do more band stuff. That's why I was, you know, it's kind of I know you guys don't have time, but this is the easiest band to be in because I'm already doing everything. You guys just have to show up and know your parts.
Yeah.
You know, and they didn't have time for that. It's like I don't want to put all my skin on the line and do all this stuff if you guys are just gonna coast, you know.
Yeah.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all. It takes a whole team to make this shit work.
And you pretty much, you're taking care of the baby.
Yeah.
You're refining it, you're keeping it going. That just shows your dedication to the band. Like Jack Black, the dedication, man.
Dedication. I mean, yeah, and everybody tries to say, well, it's your band. It's like, it's not my band. It's our band. You guys just don't want to do anything, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like I try to pass out responsibilities and then they get mad that I'm being a dick or something like that. And it's like, well, if you want decisions, you have to do things, you know? If you want, a pull in the vote, if you want to vote, you gotta pull your weight kind of thing. You can't just say stuff and then not do anything about it, you know? Like when they'd be like, let's write some new songs. It's like, all right, well, let's make sure we got the set songs down first, you know. We're recording these songs. You gotta have your parts ready for these songs. He's like, if you don't, we're not throwing new songs at it until you learn, there's an order to things. You can't just have everybody show up and just do what they want. Someone's got to
yeah.
keep everything in line. So you got to keep on a schedule. And once the schedule's done, yeah, let's do whatever you guys want to do. But until you get the hard stuff out of the way, it's like it's gonna suck, you know?
Yeah, and people when they think about, man, I want to be in a rock star, they don't see how hard it is to actually keep things rolling because you know people just see the fruits of it,
Yeah,
being out
well,
on the stage playing,
yeah. And
but you
I've
have,
toured, I've toured with national rock bands for 10 years, and it's hard being on the road, you know? Even big and famous bands, it's hard. They don't see their families. We live in a van or a bus, you know. We stay in hotel rooms, every now and then. We're always on the road traveling. You don't get to do what you want. You're stuck at the venue for 24 hours a day. It's like it's hard to be in a band. And they think it's just, Grammy shows and concerts. And it's like, no, there's a lot that goes into setting up this gear all day long and doing booking and doing press and doing this and doing that. Our old guitar player used to be like, yeah, I know, man. We're gonna miss like birthdays. We're gonna miss holidays. I'm like, yeah, but do you know that? Like, do you understand? He's like, yeah, I understand it. And I'm like, cool, we got to show Halloween. Oh, I can't make it. I got to go trick or treat with my daughter. I'm like, you just said we were gonna miss all that shit, and now
yeah,
you can't even miss it. Put your money where your mouth is. You're gonna miss that shit. You think fucking all these rock stars out there go home on holidays? No, we have Thanksgiving in a hotel somewhere. It's just how it is. It's not being in a band. Is not get out of jail free card. It's not a I don't want to get a job. I'm going to be in a band. And most bands don't even make money nowadays. Most
yeah,
bands don't get a bus nowadays. They barely get a van. See a lot of bands show up in SUVs or hatchbacks or something, pull their gear out, and they don't have roadies or nothing. Being in a band is way harder it is now than it ever was, for sure.
yeah, definitely, and it's just going to get harder and harder to actually go out there and make money because
Yeah,
people are, the music scene is evolving into
de-evolving. It's
devolving,
devolving. People are not
devolving.
coming to shows because they everything's given to them on the internet on a silver platter now, and COVID just killed all that. COVID killed the whole community feel, the community vibe. Now, if people come out, it better be a band they haven't seen in a while, and the tickets better be cheap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I went to go see ACDC at the Cowboy Stadium
Yeah.
with my brother, and he got some tickets. They were like $400 a piece. So I was thinking, all right,
God.
well, we'll at least be on the we'll be in the pit or somewhere, right? No, we were on the third
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And we were sitting. At least I didn't have anybody sitting in front of me. I hate it when people sit in front of me, but or standing in front of me. But
Yeah.
at least I got to see that, and I can barely see Angus, and
Yeah.
I wanted to see Angus for the longest time, but you can see it on the animal that big huge screen they have up there. But if
You
I'm
could be
gonna
at
do
home
that,
watching that.
I'll just go home.
Yeah. Free.
So that's why I like going to a smaller venue with a band. It's more intimate. Trees, like trees. I love going to trees because it feels more Granada. You know, uh, uh, clubs like that because
Yeah.
you can actually, and chances are you get to chill and talk with the band.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Just like the good old days.
Yeah,
Unless they're trying to sell like meet and greets or something, and then it sucks because then they got the everybody standing in line for the meet and greet, and then after the meet and greet, whoever comes and hangs out for free feels like, they're robbing the meet and greet. It's like, oh well, now you got that line to walk because that's the only way they can make money now is meet and greets or
uh-huh.
merch. And it's like, well, that takes away the personability of the band, it's a fine line to walk. Like I miss the lore of bands. Bands having lore, bands having mystery, bands having that magical separation from the regular everyday, Like social media has gotten too cringe where bands now are like, oh, look, I just bought some new socks and we're about to go to Red Lobster or something. It's like, who cares? Like, that's what we do. We don't want to see what we do. We want to see what our heroes do. What do you guys do? Maybe it's different. They don't do anything different for sure. They go to
Yeah.
Applebee's and shit too. But when you're showing it every day, then nothing is special anymore. Nothing is unreachable. When something's unreachable, then it's never a prize to get it.
Yeah, so it's like an oversaturation
For sure. For
of
sure.
pictures and just a lifestyle because yeah, I used to daydream about what would be that lifestyle of Motley Crue. If I was
Yeah.
hanging out with Vince and
Or
Mickey
it's
and
like a
all.
behind the scenes video came out, It's like, what's on the video? What's behind the scenes, blah, blah. But if you're seeing it every day, then who cares what's on the video? I saw that already.
Yeah.
Nothing's cool on the video. They're not going to show you anything because they just showed it to you on Facebook, every 10 seconds.
Yeah, because I used to get excited about remember that Metallica had that box set that
I
came
got it.
out?
The Binge and
Yeah.
Purge box set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a
And we
road
watched
case.
it. Yeah.
Man, I'll watch it till those VHSs wore out.
And Corn had a behind the scenes too. Corn had a really awesome VHS. This girl let me borrow it when I was like 20 something, but it just showed like behind the scenes and how the videos were and how they acted and
Yeah.
like cuts to hotels getting trashed. I'm like, man, this is badass.
Yeah. And
And
now it's nothing. Now they don't even do that stuff. Now they're just like, here we are at the hotel getting our rooms. We'll see y'all in a minute. And then it's like that's it. It's like what? That was what? That was just regular.
yeah, and I hate to put shade on Violent J because I used to be a big ICP fan back in the day. He he uh he kind of hangs out with his wife on Instagram, and she makes like food or something, and he's over there right behind her saying and talking. I'm like,
Is he wearing his
this is
makeup all the time?
yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, it is. It's
All day
weird,
long,
but
just wearing
hey.
your makeup all day.
Hey, but if you got it, you got it. If you're happy with what you're doing, then
I
who am
mean,
I
yeah. I mean,
to
some
stop
people.
you?
I mean, some. I think the younger generation of fans are the kind of kids that need that all day, every day attention. That you know, what's my favorite artist doing today? Kind of attitude where it's like, we grew up with. We'll see him at the concert, and we'll see him on the CD. We're not gonna 24/7 follow them. That's just not necessary. It's just there needs to be a little bit of a give and take. Where now it's like you have to give it all the time, and it's just too much. It's just too much. It's burning musicians out. It's burning fans out. It's like you said. It's oversaturating everything to where it's like it's just what are we even excited about anymore?
Yeah.
There's no more surprises. There's nothing different because everybody gave away all the secrets before the thing ever even came out.
Yeah, and you can go and get online and see a set list instead of
Yeah,
being excited. Now you already know an encore's coming.
yeah,
They're leaving. They're coming back.
for
You
sure.
know,
Yeah, someone's sharing it. Yeah, and
and
and and and it's and uh there's no reason to go to the show because everyone's already videotaped it for you.
yeah.
You can just watch. You can watch what's going to happen. And that's it. Unless you're like Avenged Sevenfold, who just secretly comes out with the worst album ever twice. I don't know what that's about.
Uh,
I mean, Metallica pushed the limits with Load and Reload, which are awesome albums. Avenged Sevenfold is just I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. It's not rock music anymore.
now they went into either like glorifying military or trying to get poppy.
Have you
And
heard their new album?
no, I haven't. I didn't even know they had a new album. To tell you the truth,
It's
because I
it's
quit really.
it's all auto tune. It's all like synthesized guitars.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's a 4 song EP of just like the worst 8-bit tunes you've ever. It's like, what is this a joke? Did Atari make this? This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The internet is losing their shit over it. It's so funny.
Man, I'm gonna have to check it out just for the just because
It's
you told me.
yeah, it's called Statica. It's like you're gonna be like, is this for real? Is this a real Avenged Sevenfold? Like they debuted it, I think, and then they did a concert with Good Charlotte, and they played the songs live from backstage. They didn't even come out on stage to play them.
What?
It's so weird. You got to look into it. It's so weird. Avenged
That's kind of
Sevenfold used
like
to be huge. I mean, they used to have fire and metal, and guy would hang themselves every show, and now it's like, what are you guys doing, man? That's not even metal anymore. Not even
well,
rock.
I think what was it? Who passed away? Was it M Shadows?
No, it's Rev.
Rev.
That was too long ago. Way too
Yeah,
long ago.
yeah, but I think that's when it really hit it started declining the band.
Well, no, because they put out Nightmare. They put out the Stage. Those are pretty good albums. Those are good killer hits. And then it's just when they did that new uh Life is But a Dream or whatever, and then that was just off the rails, and then this new one is just off the rails. Or that Hail the King, that cover album, tribute album, the thing they did.
Uh-huh.
It's things when it started to go downhill. People started getting like weary of what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like what this sounds like they're copying songs. Like I don't think it has anything to do with the rev. I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff going on, but it's just their definition of we do what we want is like off the rails of we do what we want as a rock band. They're
Yeah.
just doing whatever they want, which is not nice when you have a business. Their band is a business now.
Yeah.
You got to think about your fans and stuff like that. It'd be like if your church just all of a sudden decided to, change Jesus' name to Fred for no reason because we do what we want. People are like,
Yeah.
no, we worship Jesus. We don't worship Fred. What the fuck is this? You
Yeah.
know, you can't just change on all your fans and not expect any backlash.
Yeah, because I think some change if it's evolving or if it's kind of fine tuning the
Yeah,
band as a whole and try to keep up with some of the more modern ways. I think that's good, because you don't want to have the same type of music and it's just watered down because that's all you're playing is that same type of riff or that
like new
same type.
Metallica.
Yeah, yeah,
Like all new Metallica is like old puppets riffs that weren't good for 10 minutes. It's like what? No, you guys are doing better when y'all are doing Saint Anger. I like Saint Anger better than anything I do anything after.
yeah. Is I guess you got to know when to, I guess, retire. You know,
Yeah.
You know, if you try to change too much at one time, or you try to do something that everybody else does, because some stuff is good for some bands, but not very good for other bands. When they lost Joey from Anthrax and they had John Bush, even though I love John Bush from Iron Saint,
Yeah.
I love that band. And that album was awesome. The first album, Fear of White Noise, was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't like the second album as well. Um, but to me, Anthrax to me was Joey's voice, how they played. It wasn't as dark as when Bush was leading the vocals. So
Right.
I guess who was there another Motley Crue? Motley Crue when they switched singers from Vince to what was that guy's name that they switched to?
They
All
had
right,
Motley Crue.
yeah, Motley Crue switched to a different vocals for like a couple
I think
couple
vocals are
albums.
vocals are hard to switch out because vocals isn't like guitar. It's really kind of a signature voice, you know. Of course, when I heard Killswitch for the first time, I didn't realize that Jesse and Howard were two different guys on the songs that I was hearing. But then when they got Jesse back, I could tell right away that the songs weren't as good anymore. They were
Yeah,
just like
Howard.
real
Yeah,
random. You know, it's like Howard was a good solid like back in the day, Jesse's songs were good, like Life to Lifeless, stuff like that was badass stuff. And then when, End of Heartache came out, that was like pinnacle killer stuff. And then when Jesse came back, it just sounded like they were trying to do older stuff again. It just seemed weird. It's like, well, this sounds like you guys are just trying to rehash old songs kind of sounds, kind of thing. It's and the vocals really kind of make or break a band sometimes when it comes
yeah.
down to the sound,
And
Like
Howard's
Morbid Angel.
vocals,
Morbid Angel
man.
sounds weird now with their new singer.
Yeah. And back to Howard, man. Howard to me, he has like a pristine voice, like a dominated voice.
Oh yeah,
You can
singing and
tell.
growling for
Yeah.
sure. And Jesse's just
And
sounds real sloppy.
yeah. And he could go to any other band, but every time I see him go and changes the name, I guess he changed the name of the band like a couple times, but to me it still sounded like it was Kill Switch to me because it was Howard's voice
Well, they've
on
always been
his new
Killswitch.
stuff.
Howard did something different with Adam. They did a second band,
Yeah.
but it's still
Uh,
Killswitch.
no, there was let's see, Howard Jones
Howard Jones and Adam did a side project,
band,
but Killswitch Engage is still around. They just got when they got Jesse back, they just
not the '80s Howard Jones.
got sloppy. But I didn't realize they were two different guys. Like their voices kind of sounded the same when I
Yeah.
wasn't familiar with Killswitch.
And there was a even Breaking Benjamin had like two vocals, and then the screaming was the bass player. I think the bass player did the screaming, but Ben and another guy, the guitarist, they kind of changed up the vocals, but they kind of sound the same. I thought it was one person when I heard
See, I
the
thought I
the
thought all of
album.
the sevenfold was one part. I didn't realize Rev sang so many parts.
Yeah, it's let's see,
Or Seven Dust. I mean, all five of those guys sing.
let's see, Howard.
Howard
The
Jones.
devil, like the torch. It's the same band, but they use um, two different names. The devil, was like the first kind of test backdrop of the music, and then they changed it to light the torch. And yeah, when I heard the devil, I was like, it just sound to me, it sounds like Killswitch because that's all I knew was the voice of
Yeah,
Howard,
yeah.
and
It's like
because
Stone Sour and Slipknot kind of sound the same.
yeah, even
You
though
know,
Stone Sour was actually
Corey's
before
first band.
Slipknot. That was
Yeah, but
his.
but it's whatever band gets bigger first is your main band.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
never be able to say Stone Sour is his main project ever from here on out.
Yeah. And what is funny is that he started off like a band that just does covers. And
Yeah,
he's got a couple of albums now, it's just covers.
yeah.
And I think that's where he wants to go. I think he's getting tired of actually doing the whole Slipknot Stone Sour because he's been kind of uh, moving out towards other projects. And to me, he's what? How old is he now? Like 55?
Who, Corey?
Yeah, he's a little
No,
bit
he's not
older than
10
me.
years
I'll be
older than
50
me.
in November. Um,
He's older than really? He's not that old for no.
Corey
Are you
Taylor?
sure?
Yeah, because Slipknot was out, started back in '96. Um, yeah, let's see, Corey. Man, we're going down the rabbit hole with all this stuff. Corey Taylor. He was born in 1973.
Damn.
Yeah, he is 3 years older than me. He'll be 50. He'll be 53.
He's
Man,
looking good for 53. How old's
now
Metallica? Like 95?
Lars is hitting 68, I believe.
Yeah,
He's hitting up there
they're getting
because they
close.
actually started 70 78, 79 when they were in the
Who,
garage
Metallica?
band. Yeah.
No, that's way too early. They started in like 80.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because their first album came out in 82. They
Man,
weren't they weren't a band for maybe a year or so before because they didn't have when Metal for Life or whatever came out or that No Life Till Leather or whatever that album they were on they didn't even have a song yet when Lars got together with them.
you're right. You're right. 81.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
81 was when Metallica started.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I knew that he had a band before that, and I was thinking like in the 70s, like late 70s. I'm talking 78, 79, like high school.
James
Uh,
Hetfield might have, but I think Lars's first band was Metallica.
huh.
Yeah. I watched that story one too many times. Me and my old drummer were the biggest Metallica fans ever until they just went off the rails. I don't know.
Oh, James is 63. I thought he was higher up in the age. He's 63. He still
I think
looks
he's
good for his age. He still looks like James with balding hair.
balding hair. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Man.
All our heroes are getting pretty old now. That's for
Yep.
sure.
And God rest Ozzy, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be
He
crazy
kind
the day that Metallica's not around or something like that. It's I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Megadeth is doing their final tour. They're not even coming to Dallas. They're not coming to Dallas. I was upset about that because I wanted to be there for the final tour.
How many bands have a final tour, then another final tour, then another final tour?
Yeah, speaking of Ozzy, he had three of them. He had no
Yeah,
more tours back in what, 98?
I think Dave's is health related though, isn't it? Isn't it health related?
Yeah, he had cancer.
Yeah,
So, yeah, his is health related and then who else is putting it up? Hanging it up.
Slayer already hang it up?
Yeah, they hung it up a couple of years ago. But they were doing a benefit concert coming
Yeah.
up.
See,
So,
then Kerry King tried to have his own band,
uh-huh.
which is almost like another Slayer.
So, but yeah, man, it just goes to show if you love the music, you're not really gone.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really retirement, in the band situation. It's like you just kind of go until you can't, you know,
Yeah.
anymore. It never kind of leaves you. it's like we never lose unless you give up, you know?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And you either give up by the means of health or the means of partying too hard.
Yeah. Which there's not a lot of partying nowadays, which sucks. I wish rock and roll would go back to the rock and roll days. It sucks being like, oh, are you drinking before a show? You know, it reminds me of that Death Clock show. Like, well, we never drink before shows. And, well, I've been drinking all day. Yeah, I've been drinking all day too. Yeah, me too. It's like, yeah, we do drink all day. All right, whatever. That's rock
Yeah,
and roll for you. It's how you do it.
yeah.
That's why we work in rock and roll, not at McDonald's, so we can drink all day and party and live our lives, you know?
I've seen some McDonald's people that look like they drink all day too.
I
So,
mean, there you go. I eat McDonald's all day, so it's kind of like drinking all day. If there's a McDonald's around, I'm there, man, for sure.
well, hey, Mike, we're getting close to the end of the show, brother. Man, I appreciate you on there, and I love talking shop, dude. I love
For
talking
sure, man,
shop,
for
and
sure. Anytime.
um, I'll see you around trees. I got a couple of shows I want to hit up. I think King's X is coming up, aren't they? They're
Yeah,
coming back
King's
up.
X. Descent's actually playing with Splatterfish coming up on Friday.
Oh,
This
this
next Friday.
Friday? This coming
Yep,
Friday? Okay.
21st.
Yeah, I might have to come up and check y'all out.
That's gonna be
And
pretty good. Yeah. That's they'll got half the guys from Lockjaw
uh-huh.
are in Splatterfish death metal. I think Crucible's gonna be there. Commissary. And another band. I forgot what the other band is. Let's look at the flyer. We just kind of finalized the booking like 2 days ago, kind
Yeah.
of last minute. But yes, I'll be working and playing that day.
Man, doing a double take, man.
Hey man, whatever it takes. You know, nowadays it's whatever it takes. I'm too old to start over. I'm too old to quit.
Yep, there you go. There you go, man. But thanks, Mike. And if you haven't had a chance, hey, what song do we want to let them off? Give them a little taste of what you got. What
We just
song do
talked
we
about
want?
Slayer. Let's do some Slayer of Truth.
Slayer of Truth.
Leave
Here
it
it
with
is. You
something.
heard it.
Wake them up. Keep the day going.
The seal of approval. You know, you want to go in the gym, get the Slayer of Truth right at you. And after that, stay tuned. And I'll give my last word. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
thank you guys for being so awesome about listening to the show and watching this show. If you like it, please like, subscribe, and share for the latest and the greatest of the Johnny Taco Show. Peace.